Why don't people just leave those toxic relationships? If I was in a toxic relationship, I would just leave. Couldn't have been me. Those are some of the statements that I hear on my page when I'm talking about leaving or dealing with toxic people, narcissistic people. This is why some people just don't leave. Florida man shot ex-girlfriend 15 times for not answering his text after they had broke up. She left. Look what happened to her. I tell this to people all the time that sometimes the most dangerous time in a toxic relationship is when you're trying to leave the toxic relationship, because a lot of these toxic narcissistic people think that you belong to them, and if I can't have you, no one will. No one can. How dare you leave me? If you know my page, I'm not about victim blaming or anything like that, but she left him, right? She broke up with him, moved back in with her father. For her father said they had been dating for 5 months and lived together within 5 months of knowing each other. Again, this is not me victim blaming. This is me trying to cast a vision for y'all to slow down with people. I'm not saying that she rushed into it. I'm just saying for y'all, if you're watching this, to slow down. But after they broke up 2 weeks prior, the dude, whatever Jones, had been calling and harassing her, trying to get back with her. Guess what? She had with no contact. She wasn't talking to him. She wasn't picking the phone up or anything like that. She was ignoring him. So he was blowing her phone up all night, and he woke up angry the next morning because she wouldn't return his phone calls or his text messages. So at that very moment, he decided he was going to unalive this person. So he knew where she was at. He knew that she had moved in with her father. He knew her work schedule and things like that. And he knew exactly where she would be when she would be there. It's right here. He knew she had to be at work at 8 a.m. He pretty much confessed to all of this because this is where they get the information from. He told detectives he pulled into the driveway, confronted his ex-girlfriend about not answering the phone. As she walked away, she turned to walk away. They exchanged a few words, and then guess what he did? He pulled out his pew-pew and hit her in the back 15 times. All the while, her dad was in the house, y'all. That's who found her. He did that, and then he ran off into his car, allegedly, and then her dad came out there and found her. I tell this to people all the time. These toxic, abusive, narcissistic, whatever relationships are not, y'all, they're nothing to play with. The back and forth is nothing to play with. I'm not saying that they went back and forth. I'm just saying toxic, dangerous-ass people like this, and the more you go back to a toxic relationship, the worse it tends to get. This is a 5-month relationship where he just claimed ownership on her. Like, you can't move on. You can't go be with anybody else. You have to be where I want you to be. You have to be with me. That type of mindset right there. A lot of people ask me, do toxic, narcissistic people feel remorse? Here's your answer right here. When asked if he was remorseful, he reportedly told the police no, and said if he had to do it again, he would have took her father out as well. I know the trauma bond exists. I know it's tough to leave toxic relationships, but sometimes it's necessary, but you have to stay safe. Post-separation abuse, harassment, and them trying to unalive you or threatening to unalive themselves is real, y'all. Just because you leave the relationship does not mean it's over. You have to stay safe. You have to protect yourself by any means necessary. Hope this helped, y'all. Be safe.